Hi, I'm Trinity. Welcome to my channel, Heal to Your Divine Journey. I am needing to apologize. My last video was a while ago. I wasn't slack this week. The week of March 20, we were in work and we had some sad news to us that one of our work colleagues who has been there for such a long time has left, and it was sort of a shock to us all. We were pretty sad about that. She's a beautiful person and has a very beautiful soul. So I do wish her all the best on her new journey and wherever the next chapter in her life takes her. But yes, it was a very sad day for us. So morale was a little bit, a little bit for the week. So, and there were also other things that people were feeling. I know I did a little bit too. It was only that I was lucky that I had the week prior to that had organized my work where I was not working full time anymore, so I could free up some space so I can do what it is that I want to do. So that was good for me. But yeah, I felt a lot of people that I spoke with were struggling with there's no passion anymore in what they do. There's no, like, they're just going to work and just paying the bills, and there's no joy anymore. Whether there was to begin with, there's not now. They're kind of over it. They're really over it and looking and thinking there's got to be more to life than this, than working the 9 to 5, just doing the same thing every day. Now, this is great. This is actually a good thing. This is people starting to wake up. This is people starting to see that, hang on, there has to be more to this life than this. And it is great. So if you're hearing this too, it is great to hear that people are starting to wake up. And now this is where their lives can or start. You want them to start to begin to change their life. People can be afraid of change. I love change. I think it's just beautiful. I think it's just, if there's change, then you're meant to be going down that way. And that's what it's there for. That's why you're pushed to change, because you're going down the wrong path. You need to go down the right path, and change will try and bring you there. But a lot of people don't like change or fear change, so they just continue down the path that they're on. Change is nothing to fear, nothing at all. Embrace it, move with it. You're meant to change. If you're being called to change, you're meant to change. You are on the wrong path. And never be afraid of change. So for those of you who are waking up, I know a lot of people that I know and friends are more advanced, but for those who are truly new and just waking up, this is the book for you. So this book is the perfect book that you must get if you are new to this and just waking up. It is simple. It's easy to read. It's easy to follow. It's easy to understand. You can put in the work. It doesn't take too much of your time. So I found this book maybe 25 years ago. I hadn't even dealt with any childhood trauma. I hadn't even began to even look at it. I knew it was a problem always arising in my life, but never actually did anything about it. So when I had young kids, I decided to see a psychologist, but back then they were quite expensive. So with a young family, a mortgage, I just couldn't afford it. I think I went to maybe 3 or 4 sessions. I did learn an amazing technique, which I will share with you another time in another video, that will help. It helped me. It was, yeah, perfect. So I then found a spiritual teacher, guru, or whatever you want to call them. And that was the first thing that she gave me, or yeah, she gave me a copy of this book. And I immediately read it, started working with it, doing the positive affirmations. I didn't do it all the time. As I said, like 25 years, you're probably thinking, wow, that's a long time to get, from where I was to here. You can do it at your own pace. Like, for example, I would start off really excited and do it, but then I sort of came to a place where I was happy and content with where I was at. And then something would happen, or 3 or 4 months later down the track, I would go back to it again, and then do it, and then do all the affirmations and do all the work. Then again, come to a place where I was content and happy, and then so on over the years. And the more you meet people, the more you will, they'll open you up when you're ready to other teachers, other books that you can read. But like, you definitely don't just jump straight into like Eckhart Tolle books. I wouldn't recommend, because they're quite in depth, and you've got to start from somewhere very basic and somewhere very easy to follow. So that is an amazing book. So anyone could read that, especially if you are just waking up. So that's what I wanted to touch on with that. Also, yes, where were we up to? We were up to hearing. So with our 5 senses, so with hearing, I have sort of 3 parts to the hearing that I like to talk about, which is, one is, the sounds, the birds chirping, the waves crashing in the ocean, the rain on the tin roof, hearing those beautiful sounds, hearing music. So those sort of general sounds, but really hearing them, really, really hearing them. And when you do, just try and quiet your mind and just listen, really listen. And so the next part to hearing is hearing what each of us are really saying. So this is a big one. It's something that I have learnt, something that I failed at. We don't really listen and hear what each other is saying. And this is so important. It is so very important to hear what the other person is saying. It's very easy for us when someone is speaking that your mind's going off on 100 things that you need to be doing, or you're thinking, yep, I've got what you're going to say next, what you're going to reply to next, that type of thing. So we really need to start hearing what people are saying when they're speaking. It is so important. I have been putting this in practice and it's just so different. It really is so different. And when you're hearing, you might hear there might be a message for you. There might, because we all are, people are put in our pathway, and there's a lesson or something that we need to know. So it really is good to really start listening to what people are saying. And also, people who are talking, they might be saying things and there might be a message in there where they're actually wanting help or they're wanting advice. And if you miss that and just worry about what you're going to say next, or it just doesn't work. We've got to hear what each other is saying and hear with love. And as I said, everyone that crosses our path, there is a reason and there is a message. We need to start hearing. And the third part to it, which I don't really like, because I don't like negative, but it's there. So hearing negative, don't cut it off. Get rid of it, cut it. Don't hear it. So when someone comes to you and talks negative, or talks about somebody else, or tells you lies, cut them off. Don't listen. Don't listen to negativity. And then there's love. So don't even enter into it. Just cut it off. Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Think. There is only love. We need to love each other. We need to hear each other. We need to see the beautiful souls, see the beautiful people that is within us. And then there's taste. 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 So there's so many beautiful flavors. There's amazing chefs. There are amazing cooks. They cook with love. They're very creative. They have amazing flavor combinations. There's so many like little restaurants, cafes. Expand. Get away from your food chains, your Macca's and your KFC. Go out, go to these cafes, go out and taste, try new things, try new foods. Do it, because most chefs and pretty much all cook with love, so you're going to get some amazing food. You really are, an amazing tastes and flavors. That's what you need to do. You need to taste. This pineapple, I tell you, I love pineapple. I really do. And every piece, oh wow, it's just like this pop of flavor. It is just beautiful. It really is. And this is where it comes in when you start tasting, really tasting. You discover what you actually do like and what flavors you don't like and what flavors go well together and what flavors don't. So it's more than just your mind going, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. It's easy, let's just go to Macca's, let's just do this. It's not. You go to your street food markets, and just taste. Try something different. Try something new and exciting. And then that also helps discover within you who you truly are and what you like and what you don't. So definitely go, like with sushi. I must say I'm not a sushi fan, and sorry to all my sushi lovers who love it. I know my children do. I just find it so bland and tasteless. That's just me though. So taste, explore, get out there, try different foods, stay away from the chains because it doesn't taste like anything. It really doesn't. There's so much more. And it's also good to support your local butchers, your fresh fruit and vegetable produce at markets and things like, your chilies and your jams and things like that. Just that people create and make, and they make it with love. So, yeah, really get out there, support your local business too, and your local grocery stores and things like that. And then the smell, and of course I'm going to say it, smell the beautiful roses. No, well, there's not much to say with smell. Just, everything is your flowers, your salt at the sea, I don't know, everything. You just get to smell, and beautiful perfumes, beautiful colognes. People are so creative, and they really invent beautiful perfumes. It's beautiful because I do love perfume. I do like to smell nice and clean. But yeah, smell, and there is also that saying of smell a rat. So I don't know if you've heard that one. That's probably more of an older generation, but that is true too. You can smell when something's not right. And a lot of dogs do that too. They know. They know who's good and who is not, and who they like and who they'll let in and who they won't. So that is a true saying too. Smell a rat. And that's also too, which I will go into more with energies and how you really become aware of what energy is good and what energy is not good for you. So I think I've covered everything. Sorry, smell. There wasn't much that came to me on that. So I was a little bit let down on that. I didn't get any download or anything that came through. So yeah, so we've got us spending time when we can to just sit, no distractions. We've got that, yes, open your heart to God, especially now. If you are waking up, you have to. Now is the perfect time because you will need to be guided. You really will need to be guided on where you're going to go next, and it's exciting. Don't fear, have excitement, have joy, embrace it, because there's a new beginning for everybody if you want it. If you want to change, you can do this. And you've got to enjoy every part along the way. Yes, there's hard times. Yes, there's times where you'll be in a ball crying. Many of times. But that's all part of your healing, part of your journey. And you can get through it, and you can succeed, and you can get back on the life path that you are meant to be on. So with that, so we've got the, spending time, opening up to God, your five senses, start seeing, start feeling, start hearing, tasting, smelling. Beautiful. And your book. Don't forget your book. You must get it if you haven't got it. It's, forget it. As I said, it's just an easy read, easy stuff to do. And it's the start of your journey. So thank you for watching. I promise my next video will not be as far away as this one was. So please have a great rest of your week, but I will see you before then. So take care.